Hi students, this is Nagendra Babu. Today I am going to introduce the very starting concept of geometry. This is useful for all the classes for primary and high school students. So the very starting concept of this geometry is point. Let us know what is a point. This is a plane surface. On this plane surface, if I plot a dot like this dot have no dimensions. It have no length and breadth. So the dimensionless concept, the dimensionless object is called as point. So how many points we can plot on a plane surface? Generally, these points are denoted with capital letters, capital alphabets. So let this point be A and let us take another point, let it be B and let it be C, like that. So all the points are denoted with capital alphabets. How many points we can plot on a plane surface? Infinite number of points. Infinite number of points. Uncountable points we can plot on a plane surface. So on plotting all these points continuously, we may get some patterns like straight patterns, curved patterns, like that. So suppose if we plot these points continuously side by side without gaps, that means this is one point and beside this another point, like this. If we go on plot all these points, also some gaps are there between every 2 points. If we fill those gaps also without having any gaps, then the continuous pattern looks like a straight line. So that means a straight line is a set of infinite number of points. Straight line means this is a set of infinite number of points. So the points plotting continuously without any gap, that continuous pattern is called as a line. So this may be extended on both sides indefinitely. So we can put arrows on both sides. That means there is no limit. It can extend indefinitely on both sides. That means a line is a set of, this is the definition of line. A line is a set of infinite number of points which extends indefinitely on both sides. It can extend on both sides indefinitely, continuously. So there is no limit of these points. So we can go on plotting continuously on both sides. So the pattern of continuous marking the points without gaps is called a line. That means a line is a set of infinite number of points which extends indefinitely on both sides. That's why it is extending on both sides. That's why we marked arrows on both sides. So this is the definition of line. That means a line is a set of infinite number of points which, which extends indefinitely on both sides. That is line. Generally, lines are denoted as, so let us take a point here with some P and here some Q. This is indicated, this line is indicated as PQ, line PQ with a symbol on the top of these two letters. This we can call it as line PQ. So line means it extends indefinitely on both sides. That's why on the top of PQ we indicated this line symbol, that is it extends indefinitely on both sides. So this is called as line PQ. With any two letters on the line, we can mark like this. So we can indicate a line like this with any two letters. Suppose there is X and Y. We can indicate this line like this also, line XY. So this is the symbol for line. And line segment. What is meant by segment? Segment means part. Segment is nothing but part. Line segment means the part of a line is called as line segment. Part of a line segment, a part of a line is called line segment. In a line there is no end point. It extends indefinitely on both sides. But line segment means part. A part of this line is called line segment. Part of the line is called as line segment. That means in this line, in this continuous pattern, if we take some A and B points. So the part of line from point A to point B, this is drawn as, this is A and B, and it does not extend on both sides. So this side A is the end point and that side B is the end point. So this is a part of a line. A part of a line is called as line segment. That means a line segment have two endpoints. On both sides it does not extend. So on both sides there are two endpoints. So up to from this point to this point, this is a part. This is a part of a line. A part of a line is called as line segment. Segment means part. A part of a line is called as line segment. So if you want to denote this line segment AB, just draw AB and put a line segment bar. So this is the symbol for line segment. So if you want to denote AB line segment, we can write AB and draw this line segment symbol. So this we can call as line segment AB. Line segment, segment means part. Part of a line is called line segment. A line does not have any endpoint. It extends indefinitely on both sides. But a part of a line have two endpoints. So line segment have two endpoints. A line segment is the part of line. So this is line segment and line and points. Next, ray. Ray means in a line, suppose this is line P and Q. Line PQ is there. From any point on this line, suppose let this be O. From O, any one of the two parts, from O, this side is one part and that side is another part. On a line, from a point in the middle, any one of the two parts, there are two parts, this left side part and a right side part. Any one of the two parts is called as ray. That means this is the end point. If we take the right side part, that will be like this. So this is O and this is Q. This is the right side part of a line. But here this is the end point. O is the end point. Then it does not extend this side. Only the right side, here arrow mark is there. So it extends only one side. But one side there is end point O. O is the end point and towards this Q there is no end point. It extends indefinitely. That means a line with one end point and if there is no end point on another side, then that part is called as a ray. So this is called a ray. That means ray have only one end point and it extends indefinitely on both sides. So this is the right side part of this line. If we take this left side part, OP, ray OP, so that is also denoted by OP. O is the end point and it extends indefinitely on towards P. So it is denoted by ray OP. So this is the symbol to indicate the ray OP. That means towards O there is end point and towards P it is extending. That's why towards O the symbol is denoted like this. So this can be read as ray OP. This ray OQ is denoted by OQ, ray OQ. So it is extending towards Q. That's why this arrow mark is marked towards that Q. So this is ray OQ. ray OP. Okay students, let us write all possible points, lines, line segments and rays from this figure. So this is a line given, on this different points are given. So what are the points on this figure? Point A, point B, C, D, E. These are the points given in this figure. And then lines. In so many ways we can indicate this line. So what are different types of lines in this figure? That is line AB and line AC, line AD and line AE. Also BC is another line, BD is another line, BE is another line and CD is another line, CE is another line, DE is another line. From right side to left side also we can indicate these lines. So in so many ways we can indicate the different lines which are included in this figure. These are the lines. So I marked the line symbol on every pair of letters. So these are lines. And what are line segments? Segments means from point A to B. If we take A and B are endpoints, from point A to B is one line segment. That is indicated as line segment AB. Symbol is indicated on the top of those two letters. So A and B will be the endpoints of this segment. AB is one segment, means part of this line. The part of this whole line is called as segment. So from A to B is line segment AB. Similarly, from A to C, from this point to C, from point A to point C, it is indicated by AC, line segment AC. And then AD, this is another line segment, and AE is another line segment. And then starting from B, BC is another line segment, BD is another line segment, BE is another line segment. Like that, starting from C, CD is another line segment, and then CE is another line segment, then DE is another line segment. Like this, we can indicate those line segments in different ways. From that side to this side also, we can indicate these line segments or lines, anything. Next, ray. Ray means from one point to any one of the two sides, the part to any one of the two sides. From any point to any one of the two sides is taken as a ray. That means if we start from A towards this side, towards E, it is indicated as ray AE. That means A is the endpoint, it is extending towards E. So it is indicated by AE. We can write another ray also, AB. A will be the endpoint and B, towards B it is extending. We can indicate like that also. So ray AB and ray AC and ray AD, ray AE, like that. And we can write like taking B as endpoint, ray BC, ray BD, ray BE and so on. If we take C as endpoint, CD, CE, like that. If we take D as endpoint, we can indicate it as DE ray, ray DE. From this side also, if we take E as endpoint, ED, ray ED, ray EC, ray EB, ray EA. That means this side it is extending indefinitely. Like that, we can mark, we can indicate so many rays from this figure. So, like this, points, lines, line segments, rays are indicated through this figure in different ways. And then let us discuss the angles, and then after angles we will discuss about types of rays. Angles. What is meant by angle? If we take two rays which have a common endpoint, two rays with a common endpoint, that means let us take ray OA. OA is the ray. In this, O is the endpoint and it is extending towards A. This is ray OA. And let us take another example, another ray, that is OB. Its endpoint is also at O. That means these two rays have a common endpoint O. Two rays which have common endpoint. These are the two rays which have common endpoint O. If we combine these two rays, we will get a figure like this. O, this is A and this is B. These two rays are having common endpoint O. This common endpoint is called as a common endpoint for any two rays is called as vertex. Is called as vertex of the ray. So here the vertex is O. O means the common endpoint of two rays. This O is called as vertex. So like this, if you see this example P, Q, R, S. P, Q, R, S. P, Q is one straight line and R, S is another straight line. What is the common endpoint? These two lines intersect at point O. These two lines intersect at one point O. At one point O. O is the point of intersection of two lines. And POR, if you take this figure separately, POR, POR. If you draw this figure separately, these two rays have, that means OA and OR. These two rays have a common endpoint O. So this is called as vertex of those two rays. And for this figure ROQ, for this figure also ROQ, O is the common endpoint. For SOQ also O is the common endpoint. That is vertex of this figure is also O and vertex of POS is also O. If you observe carefully, there is some gap between these two rays near the vertex. Here, between these two rays near the vertex O, there is some gap, some distance between those two rays near the vertex. That distance between those two rays near the vertex is called as angle. The distance between two rays near the vertex, near the common endpoint, that means vertex, is called as angle. Generally, angles can be denoted in different ways. So, this angle POR, this in this figure, angle is near O. That is indicated as angle symbol is this. That angle is indicated as angle O because near the vertex O the angle is there. That's why this is indicated by angle O. Or from P, this is one ray and this is another ray. O is the common endpoint. So this can be also written as angle POR. That is angle POR. That means O, the common vertex is in the middle of these three letters. So this is at P it is continuing indefinitely and at R also it is continuing indefinitely. but common endpoint is O. That common endpoint should be in the middle of those two letters. That means POR. O is the common vertex, common endpoint. That is vertex. So that should be in the middle. So this can be written as angle POR or angle ROP or simply angle O. Angle O or angle POR or angle ROP. Let us take this one, this figure, angle SOQ. SOQ, this can be written, this can be drawn separately here. This is O and this is S and this is Q. SOQ. What are the methods that this can be indicated? They are angle O. Here also common endpoint is O. So it can be indicated by angle O. And then angle SOQ is another method of indicating that angle. SOQ, this common vertex in the middle. So SOQ, and from this side QOS, this can be indicated as QOS. In any one of these three methods, we can indicate the given angle. So, okay students, see this example. This is the given figure. First of all, there are three angles. This one is one angle, and this is another angle, and this is third angle. We can represent all these angles in different ways. First of all, let us take this angle which is between ray OA and OB, and its common endpoint is O, that is vertex is O. How can we indicate this angle? In three different methods. That is angle O, because this angle is near the common vertex O, that is angle O. And next one, from this side, starting from A to B, that is angle AOB and angle BOA. So this is represented in these three ways. And this side, between these two rays, between OB and OC, OB and OC are the two rays. Between the angle between these two rays can be indicated as, this is also angle O. Starting from here, angle BOC, and from this side, angle COB. Next, the angle between these two rays, OA and OC, these two rays. So this can be indicated as simply angle O, and then angle AOC, and then angle COA. So these are the three types of angles which can be indicated, the angle between OA and OC. So like this we can indicate different types of angles, and there are so many types of angles according to their properties. We call them with different names, and rays also can be read as different names with different names. So all these concepts and the types of angles, types of rays, all these concepts, all these topics we will discuss in the next class. So I think students, you all have understood this concept of a point, line segment, and rays and angles. The different types of angles and rays we will discuss in the next class. If you like this class, share it to all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you all very much.